Welcome to The Bright Side of 50, the podcast that celebrates life, wisdom, and the vibrant journey that can be ours when we embrace the second half of life. I am your host, Carla Palmer. Together, we will explore the stories, memorable experiences, and the teachable moments that make life after 50 truly incredible. Now, let's get into today's topic, shall we? Hey guys, hey, welcome to another episode of The Bright Side of 50, right? This is for women in midlife, in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who want to elevate to their next level of optimal living. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about 2024 and some of the goals that we have for 2024. I really want to hone in specifically on us setting financial goals for 2024. Whatever that looks like for you. It's not going to look the same for everybody, but what is it going to look like for you? I want to share a story with you. In 2015, 2016, I decided that I was sick of being in debt. I didn't want to be in debt anymore. I was tired of it. I wanted to find a way to pay off my debt. Well, back then I was on an app called Periscope, and Periscope was a live broadcasting app that allowed you to have a platform to talk about the thing that you wanted to talk about. One young lady that I followed, her name was Adrienne Earls. We are great friends to this day. She's now my sister friend. Adrienne Earls was really big on financial health. She was great with real estate, leadership tips, and financial tips. And I took a liking to her live broadcast, and I said to myself, I want to do what Adrienne is telling everybody they should do, which is to get out of debt. Now, I know that there are pros and cons to being in debt, being debt-free. Everybody has their own school of thought about this. I personally did not like having debt, especially credit card debt, and I wanted to get rid of it. So I listened to Adrienne and I set goals for myself. So this is what I want you to do if you have financial goals for 2024. I want you to focus in on what you want your finances to look like this year. Could it be that you want to get out of debt? Could it be that you want to spend some time educating yourself and being more financially literate? Is it that you want to save more, invest more? Do you want to purchase real estate? Whatever it is, I want you, in addition to that weight loss goal that you have, because I know you got a weight loss goal. Most women in their 50s, we always trying to get that extra 10 pounds off. That's fine. That should always, be a goal. Physical health should always be a goal. But we should also be looking at our finances. And I really want to say, especially for those of us women who are single, we don't have that partner to fall back on in times of need. The economy is not great. You guys know the economy is not great. And inflation is a you-know-what. I don't want to curse on my podcast, but inflation is insane. We are all feeling it, from the gas pump to the grocery store to the food that we eat, dining out. It is atrocious. And if we don't get a hold on our finances, we are going to find ourselves in some challenging situations. And so for me, I decided that I wanted to get rid of my debt. Like I said, I think it was like 2015, 2016. And I paid those debts off. I started with the smallest credit card. I paid it off. And then I used that, what I was paying on that, to put on another credit card. And I paid that off. And I did the same until that debt was gone. And when that debt was gone, it was the most freeing experience. I don't have a car note. I drive a car that is not a very attractive car. And I got to the point where I didn't care because I did not like having a car note. I paid my car note off in 2012 for the car that I had back then. And I never got a car note since. I haven't had a car note since 2012. I don't know if I can see myself having a car note anytime soon. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at your finances, and I want you to set some financial goals for yourself, especially this year, 2024, coming up. So ask yourself, after you set these goals, ask yourself when you're out and you're shopping or you're with your friends, ask yourself, and I'm talking to myself too. This is not just about me talking to you. I'm talking to myself too. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to do with my money, whether it's buying a handbag or spending money on an extravagant dinner, $300-400. It happens, especially here in LA. Ask yourself, is this in alignment with what I say that I want from myself? Is this in alignment with my financial goals? If I want to increase my financial health, if I want to elevate, if I want to get to the next level of optimal financial living, what is this going to do? Is it going to hinder me, or is it going to be helpful? Ask yourself this question. And when I was getting out of debt, I asked myself, what would Adrienne do? Because that's who I was following at the time, and I loved her advice. And I would ask myself, if I had it in my shopping cart, if I had it in my shopping cart online, if I was about to go into this luxury restaurant, I would ask myself, what would Adrienne do? And 9 times out of 10, Adrienne would put it out of the shopping cart. She would close out the internet shopping cart, and she would go to the grocery store, find herself something similar at the grocery store, and go home and make it instead of spending $200-300 at a luxury restaurant. That's what Adrienne would do. So I want you to, whoever you're following, whoever you respect, ask yourself, what would this person do in this situation? Or ask yourself, what should I be doing in this situation if I am saying that I want my financial goals to be X, Y, and Z? Does this align what I'm about to do? Does what I'm about to do align with the goals that I set for myself? And if the answer is no, then really think twice about doing that thing. And I'm going to tell you this, it ain't always going to be the right response that you have. Sometimes you're going to go ahead and get the handbag. Sometimes you're going to go ahead and go on the trip. Sometimes you're going to go ahead and get the thing that's in your shopping cart. It's not going to be a win-win-win every single time. But if this is top of mind, the goals that you set for yourself, if they're top of mind, then you will say no to things more often than you did when you hadn't set that goal for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope this is helpful. Now, I am debt-free at this point in my life. It's been years since I've had, personal debt when it comes to like credit cards and things like that. Am I completely debt-free? Absolutely not, because in 2020, I purchased an investment property, and that was a good debt investment in my opinion. As I decided what I was going to do, to me, that was the right thing to do. And then the renters in that investment property take care of the mortgage and then some. So it's a great situation for me. So am I completely debt free? No, but I don't have credit card debt. I don't have student loans. I don't have car note. The only thing that I have to pay are my monthly bills, right? Including my rent and the bills on top of that, like my phone bill, my gas, my lights, like that kind of thing. And then I have, a budget that I live by. I still work a 9 to 5, and every time I get paid, it's biweekly, I go and I enter line items into my Every Dollar app. I've been using the Every Dollar app since I was following Adrienne Earls on the Periscope app. So I've been using Every Dollar for a very long time. I use the free version, but every time I get paid, I allocate money to certain line items. And when that amount is gone, then that item is done, right? Whether it's, and then I have a line item that's called miscellaneous. So if something fun really pops off, I'm like, okay, I got money in miscellaneous I can use towards that. It's not necessarily allocated. And usually it's like a couple $100 in the miscellaneous section. But there's, my bills are there, my monthly bills, my rent is on there, my savings is on there. Always pay yourself. Remember to always pay yourself. I don't care if it's $75 a pay period. Pay yourself. I don't care if it's $25. Pay yourself. Also, pay your tithes. I know some of y'all ain't going to agree with that. Do you? But I'm saying if you're a Christian and you believe in the idea of paying tithes, then do that. And I will say this. It doesn't necessarily have to be to a church. Now, this might not be biblical, so don't get on me about that. But what I've decided for myself is paying tithes to a church is great, but also helping others is also wonderful. Those in need, those in orphanages, like I support an organization in Uganda that helps women and children in the slums. I also support local organization here in LA. That's a Christian-based organization. I also support an organization in Tulsa that is a Christian-based organization. And then I support a church. And then I give to people in need. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's somebody, a friend of a friend. Like, don't come asking me for nothing. Now, I'm not telling you to come asking me for anything. I got to be led by the Spirit to do certain things. But I'm saying all of that to say give. Make sure giving is in a line item on your budget. You must give, right? There is beauty in giving and helping others. I get so much joy when I am able to help someone else get out of a situation that is not a great situation. I feel amazing when I'm able to do that. So anyway, financial health in 2024, we're increasing it. We're elevating. We're asking ourselves when we're getting ready to do things, is this in alignment with what I said that I want from my financial health? And if the answer is no, then we're going to think twice about that. Oh, no, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. You figure it out. But always ask yourself, is this the right thing to do right now? Is this adding up to what I said I wanted for my finances? All right. All right, guys, I'm not going to belabor this point. It's been great having you here on this segment. I will see you on the next episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast and also share it out to your network. I'm sure, I can promise you, there's at least 10 episodes that your network will enjoy. They're in the archives. They're coming in the future. Like and subscribe, guys. Share it out. I look forward to staying connected with you. I look forward to hearing what you want to hear on the podcast. This is not just about me coming up with topics that you might want to hear. I want to hear what you want to hear because I want to give you what you need. All right. I want to give you what you need. This is about us elevating and growing together. All right. Until the next time, I will see you guys soon. All right. Take care.